Hey there, this is Darkstar. We are on Sim Update 2 1.4.9, just came out today. So I thought we'd take a look at it. I haven't even looked at the list yet. So I think this is just reiterating that, yeah, career mode is split, as is Challenge League, facts, fixed infinite or very long loading after launching flight. I've had that issue, so that's good. I'm glad it wasn't like permanent. Multiplayer is split as well, so you can't multiplayer across releases. That's interesting. Crashes, freeze occurring in flight. I don't think I've had that one. Fix debug TT as airport name. Okay. I didn't have that one because I'm not doing that. It should be under career though. Fix stability speed in non-Latin languages. Oh, fix subtitle speed in non-Latin languages. Fix lights flickering upon level of detail change. I'd heard about that one. I didn't personally have a problem, but in-game panels disappearing when using break command on gamepad. Fix login pop-up sometimes not appearing for new users. Okay, a couple of those. I don't use that. Some 737 Max fixes. Minor fix on the Caravan. Excessive backwards thrust, sending the aircraft in the air while passing to idle. Holy moly. Okay. Some minor fixes there. Modify the duration and distance displayed in mission briefing to more accurate values. Interesting. Okay. I guess they're no longer always Cessna 172 values. Although I didn't know distance was wrong. That's interesting. Never paid that much attention to it, really. Smoothed goal pin in low altitude challenges. Weird. Helicopter fix and training. Some SDK fixes. WASM. And something in the EFB. Okay, not really much huge, but a couple of good fixes there, I think. The startup was smooth this time. I tried to get it on stream, but it was too slow. So let's see. Not sure what we want to try today, but still doing Neofly missions. So I'm trying to work my way up in Neofly. So one thing I did recently is I got a DC3, and so far that's been pretty profitable. I think this is still broken for me. Yeah, like I'm not seeing everything come up here like it should. I can see it over in finance. But I got some pretty good payouts on DC3 missions. Buying fuel. Unfortunately, it's not going to be coincident with the buying fuel ones. Those are departures from today. Yeah, sent everybody off on new missions. Everybody got paid. As long as you're flying, that's not really too much money. Insurance cost. I just keep everything fully insured. It hasn't been a big deal. I just wish it had a little bit more info in it. 1.1 million payout on something. That might be that one. Anyway, I've got a couple of good payouts here. 1.1 million there. 500,000, 1.8 million on that Boeing. That's probably that one. 327, yeah, that would be that one. So now that I've got everybody, it seems like the size of the airport matters. Just one note. So Category D airports are the bigger ones. That's where I'm getting better payout missions now than I was out of Goroka, which was up here somewhere. That one, even though it's Category C. And of course, you know, apples and oranges here with some of these planes, but yeah, so Boeing's currently on a $1.8 million mission backed to Jackson's, Port Moresby's. So this is starting to perform better now. And then, like I said, I got the DC3 here, which has been pretty cool. It can carry a few more passengers. It's got huge cargo capacity and decent range. And it wasn't that expensive. I bought it outright. I'm thinking I might start upgrading some of my other planes to DC3s and retire some of these. Like, I got Vision Jets because they were performing reasonably well, but like, I mean, you know, like 142,000s here. This isn't doing that well, so I'm definitely going to trade it in. And I think some of these were, I think I bought these, yeah. Sell for 1.4, sell for 1.6, sell for 1.5. I don't know. Since these are all profit, maybe I don't know what I'm gonna do. The longitudes were doing pretty good. I'll probably get rid of the 404. It's a rental. But yeah, I'd like to get to where I can buy some of the bigger planes and then not have to pay the huge rental fees for it. I think everybody's flying right now. This guy has been on a very long journey. So I don't even know where he started out, like maybe somewhere up in here or something. But I've been slowly flying him all the way across the Middle East through India. Now he's coming down Myanmar, Thailand. I think the current mission is into Thailand. And I'm trying to get him down into my hub area without just paying to transport the plane. But of course, it's a little Cessna 172, so it can only go so far at a time. And I've just been taking missions the whole way. They don't pay very much, but they'll get us there. Like, what was this last one? Like 9,000. They're like nothing. And I don't even really want the 172, except it's not really worth that much, and I'll just hang on to it. It was the one I was gifted when I got the pilot's package. So I'm hanging on to it. And this guy's not a very good pilot, but I've been letting him fly just to see what happens. Gather data, right? So he's a cadet level, you know, poor skills, poor endurance. and everything, so he gets tired really fast, and he doesn't always do well, but like these are like nothing missions, so it doesn't really matter. He has put some wear and tear on the airframe here. Once I get it into home base, that'll get better. I'll get repaired. We get a discount on repairs, so I don't know though. I'm kind of bored with that whole thing. I did have kind of fun yesterday just flying in and out of all the tiny little airports around Papua New Guinea. It was challenging. I could see maybe trying to get like practice at those and get better, learn the terrain around them. So as I fly in and out of them, I do better. Go see what's in the Challenge League. I got demoted. I had made it up to gold. Yeah, let's just do this one for fun. Okay. Not a big fan of this helicopter. We'll see how it works. Let's start by not falling out of the sky. Let's dive over here. And then we'll come around. We don't want to get over speed, but we do need to lose some altitude fast. Why is there airplane wings on the... Now when you land in the helicopters on these landing challenges, there's a direction that you need to be going. So far I do not see the marker. There we go. Okay, so straight out to the water. Alright, we don't want to touch down yet. Now, I don't know where you want to touch down on this thing, straight over it or whatever. We'll see how we do here. You do want to touch down gently. Oh, that was bad. Kind of seesawing here a lot. find our center point here. Oh, shoot. Well, that was bad. We'll see how that ends up. It's not going to be a good one, though. Yeah, 1.2 million. World record 1.79. Let me try one more time. Can't remember what my trim key is. Maybe I'll check that real quick. Settings, controls, force trim. Oh, force trim release button. I thought I had one. Shoot. I don't have anything else on comma. Set altimeter. Why didn't that come up as showing a duplicate then? Transponder. You know what? We don't really need that. I don't even know what that does. I've never used it. Trim. Oof. You have to be careful when you're sinking like this. First, let's try to get into a hover. Let's try set force trim release. Okay, it worked. I guess it works in this helicopter. I'll have to try some others. Maybe that's a thing to test. Behind where we want to be. Easy. Okay, now try and ease it down here. Should be a better score, I think. Not perfect or anything, but yeah, ever so slightly better. These I am terrible at. I cannot do these. This is an odd plane to do a rally race. Let's give it a shot. Just for entertainment value here. I've not flown this plane very much. Okay. So hard left, down, 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 zigzag, up and over to the right. Hard left over that hill. Hello? Okay. I'm like, I have no control. Thought it had started. Okay, hard left here. And then a right, hard right here. Oh, that was sluggish. I should have already been turned. Okay. Oh, this plane is not very sporty. And then I don't know what to do. I don't know where the next one is. But now what? I see it. I don't know how to get there. I'm used to some more sporty, agile planes. This is not good. You really got to plan on this one. Now, usually on these drop downs, you want to like roll over, but I think I'm going to push over. Yeah, that wouldn't have been good to roll over in this plane. Oh, we're gonna hit that tower. And then a little canyon flying. Right into a cliff. Oh, I don't like that plane much. A little spinny thing here. Extra propeller. Oh, that's right. One more time. Maybe we can do a little better. Open over to the left. Oh my goodness. Okay. Worse. I do okay on the first one, then I do worse and worse and worse. Do we go here even? Maybe I went the wrong way anyway. Nope. This is not an aerobatic plane. That's the performance of a tractor trailer. Ugh. Can't get over. That's just terrible. I give up. We'll take our second place. I'm not even gonna do that one. I don't like this. They're too long and it requires too much effort to try to pick a path through that's really low. Just curious to check in on career mode. I've heard you get passive income now after each flight or something. It's still doing the weird thing where yellow highlights specialization every time, like even though I don't have any specialization to do. So do we still have our CJ4? Yes. What was the other one? Cargo? Let's see what new planes you can buy in cargo. Because they had taken the PC-12 out. It is back. That's good. Well, at least it's there in cargo. Is it, what can we fly in charter? It's back in charter, okay. Oh, and they gave us tons of money. Okay, I'd complained about that. You're taking the planes we have away that we want to test, and you give us no money. Like, so, like, You know, I can fly most of the planes maybe in employee mode, but I need to test, right? So that's better. What was the other one? Passenger transport. I guess I could buy my Boeing back now. I sold the Boeing so that I could get the CJ4, and then there were no CJ4 missions. So if I buy that, I still have plenty of cash, right? Yeah, okay. So I could buy, you can buy everything now, I think. We get the Saab. However, well, I guess that's okay. So PC-12 was back in charter, right? And cargo. Medevac is the other one I like to have it in. Yes, it's there in Medevac too. That's a pretty short list of planes though. That doesn't seem sufficient. I don't know. Maybe we should go buy some of these things. What do we got in search and rescue? Not much. I only like the helicopter in search and rescue so far. I have not liked to do any of the plane ones. Okay, well let's go ahead and stock up on planes here. We have a Vision Jet, we have 172, we have a CJ4. Let's buy a buy one of these. Okay, and we've already got Vision Jet and that. Is there any others that I wanted to get? Nope. But no PC-12? How can they have like this and not have a PC-12? That's weird. Okay, what do we got in cargo? We have a PC-12 and a Grand Caravan. Let's get the Saab and cargo. Let's fly out of big airport. And what else? I don't like to do firefighting, medevac. We've already got a PC-24 to try out. I don't like the helicopters for aerial construction either. I guess we'll just get our Boeing back, right? We'll get a new one instead of a broken one. Now for that, let's fly to somewhere more interesting if we're gonna do one. I'll put it up here. I have to go update my post in the I got 20 liked posts and gave 10 likes in return. And I got the thank you badge in the forum. Do I need to vote for my own post? I guess I do. Okay, what else we got in here that we could fly? I could get this, but I don't know that I really want to fly one. Guess it won't hurt. Put it somewhere else in Europe, maybe. Or no, let's put it down here. Darwin. Okay, I'm a little confused now. Like, is it just me or are there no PC-12s all of a sudden? Like, where's the PC-12 in cargo? I got a 172, a Grand Caravan. Like, where's my PC-12? Okay, fleet overview. This they need to beef up. Like, you should at least be able to manage it and things like that from here. Okay, let's check out the missions page. This is 1.4.9, right? Okay. So right off the bat, I am not seeing any VIP missions. I mean charter. I'm not seeing any charter missions specifically. VIP or private. Like none of them are coming up. Let's try in freelancer. We know we have the planes now. Nope. Nada. I just want to see what aircraft. I guess that's grayed out. Okay, we could purchase one from here. So like we could buy, I did want to go through this from the mission side because they said there had been a bug fix. So like this is missing on here. I don't know that that matters. I don't know if these are accurate. That seems a little short. Let me just check. PC24 range. Okay. Hello. Okay, what is... I wonder how accurate these are. I'm gonna screenshot this. One thing I think they need to work on also is this. One thing interesting is it doesn't have numbers on it anymore. It does have pounds. That seems to line up with how many pounds it thought we needed. I don't know if that's some kind of, if you're a professional pilot and can absolutely minimize fuel usage amount, but let's leave it and just make a note here. I'm making a note here. Okay, so we have 5,928 pounds. And the mission says we need, mission is 569 nautical miles and 1793 pounds. And what is the mission? Why can't we see the mission on here? I guess we can see the mission on here maybe? One thing I asked is that they split up the map, which would be this view, from the flight planner, which would be this view, from the actual charts, which would be like this view, like charts. Like this should be a separate view, the map should be a separate view, and the flight planner should be a separate view. That way if I have the charts up, I can switch to the map and back to the charts without changing anything. Just like I could go here, right? Okay, so what I wanted to check is we are going to see. Let me write this down more accurately. Zoo runway 02, departing UBRA 9X. And I'm not going to write down the route, but really? I like these are like for like a Cessna. There's no way a PC-24 is going to be able to fly that in any reasonable way. ZGUA, and we are 04. Visual, yeah, right. Okay. All right, let's go to SimBrief, which hopefully still works. Let's go to our fleet. Oh, it doesn't have a PC-24. Which is something I haven't understood. Why is there no PC-24 on here? I wonder what's similar enough. I was looking in the wrong place, but like, how do you not have? Whoa, that is weird. That may be a bug in the EFB. Can we sort? Hey, we can. Let's look up PC-24 specs, maybe. Carries up to 10 passengers. So what do you have in that 9-10 passenger range? I don't know, maybe it's close. I wonder if it's closer to a CJ4 or a Longitude. 45,000 feet, 10 passengers, those are the same. PC-24 Mach 0.72. So that's slower than the citation. So let's go with the CJ4, I think. I think I already have that one. Yeah. Oh, they changed this. That's interesting. Or maybe it's because I'm in sideways view. I don't know. Okay, we are Zoo ZGUA. Oh, come on. ZUGA. Nope. ZGUA. Did I get that wrong? Oh my goodness. Is that newer than a year old? Like, how does it not have it? ZGUA, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. Maybe we can do it in there, in the other flight planner. I have bad luck with this one too, doing the same problem. But at least it has a PC-24. Air ambulance. origin ZUUU, destination ZGUA. Dang it, ZGUA. Nope. Guansheng, maybe? Come on, people. Okay, let's try this one. Well, let's stay over here. This says it's actually ZUGH. But I don't think that's the same distance, is it? Does it have the same runways? Yeah, ZUGH. But that's Guanghan Airport, or Guangshan Airport, depending on the, I guess that could be the same. I don't know, so hard to say. Let's look at the map, maybe. Okay, so it's due east of here. So that's not it for sure. Maybe we can just pick something close. So there's a series of lakes coming up to here and then a set of mountains over there. They make it so complicated by things not working. Airport show all. Nav aids off for a minute. Okay, there's this ZHHH over here. Yeah, that's there. Okay, so it's down here from there. Big lake here in that bow. So it's in theory be somewhere around here. But you know what? If we just plan to ZHH and see what that does. Okay, 35,000 feet, 579 nautical miles. That's actually a lot more than that. So I think this might be as the crow flies or something without following the route, but I don't think there's, that's got to be as the crow flies kind of distance. Flight details. Okay, fuel and payload. Payload. Auto passengers. Let's call it 8. Okay. But it's still saying I don't need any fuel. Does this not do fuel calculating? I thought this would do fuel. Okay. Still not giving me any fuel. Ah. Oh. This has a performance data unavailable. God. Come on. That doesn't have it either. PC24 average fuel burn. This says it should be. That's in gallons per hour. Okay. So let's say let's go high, 150 gallons per hour. Contingency FAA. Final reserve. FAA alternate 0. Extra tankering, block fuel 113 gallons. Ah, can you not plan? Runway length in feet, scale in nautical miles, weights in pounds, fuel in pounds. Navlog, IFR, Lido charts, coordinates, okay. They need to solve this problem. I don't want to have to enter these every time. Yeah, this should be more like about 950. Oh, okay. Entering this automatically updated taxi. Way high, but that's okay, I guess. Now that's saying it wants 475. That's way too much. Let's say none. Additional bulk fuel, 240 pounds. It doesn't sound right, does it? What's missing in here? Like it should be 950 pounds per hour. This would make it be like a few minute flight. But it's a 1.5 hour flight, right? This is probably wrong. That's more right. But why? Total fuel required for the flight includes everything. 240 pounds is not right. But it makes this sound closer to right. Right? If it's 1 hour 21 minutes. Well, and okay, now let's try it with this other one. Let's go, okay, Z triple H. So let's try that with SimBrief. Maybe I need to start paying for a more updated SimBrief, but I don't know that that will help even. Part of the problem is the airport codes I think that they have in the game is just wrong. This is for a CJ4. Let's see what a CJ4 average fuel burn. It's a little higher. This is 202 gallons per hour. So it should be a little high. Let's go passengers 8. Oops. Dang it. And altitude. I guess we'll go with auto. Block fuel 2,100 pounds. And we're expecting this to be a little bit high. I would think this is maybe just a little bit low. But maybe it's not bad. I'm terrible at reading these. Let's see, this is the terrain clearance check disabled. Nice. Trying to figure out what altitude it recommended for us. Winds. Man, this is outside air temperature is M64. That doesn't sound right. How does that work? Wind 275, 106. I don't know, man. Ground speed. That looks like a ground speed. Lat long, yeah. Estimated en route time, maybe? flight level? That should be flight level. But then these don't make any sense. Unless it's saying to go to 130, flight level 137 and not whatever, but. Then if that's flight level and that says 435, 685, I mean, these don't make any sense. So maybe it doesn't mean that, but I don't know. I don't know what to fly at then. Okay, whatever. But I don't want this nonsense. Okay, but we got a full tank of fuel, so we'll see how much fuel we have at the end.
Chengdu Airport Information Lima, 0000 Zulu. Wind 052 at 6. Visibility, 6. Sky condition, ceiling 13,800 feet broken. Temperature, 12. Dew point, tree. QNH 102 tree.
It's a real pleasure to fly with this medic team. I know Dr. Wynn a bit. He and Nurse Weiwei are both real pros.
Runway 02 left. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Lima.
Why are we getting radio comms when the power is off and we're outside the plane?
All is set. Initiate patient boarding.
Initiating patient transfer.
We didn't do all of these visual inspections, but I don't care. Because I'm in a perfect brand new plane, so. Let's go. That's on. Flight plan. How are we going to do that when the power's off? Altimeter. Fuel quantity check. Passenger signs on.
TAWS system test. Okay.
See, we want nav on. Oxygen on. Beacon on. Power levels. Levers at idle. Whoa, okay, they were not. Engine master on. Wait, is that that? Yeah, okay. It's not on, it's run. Okay. Here it comes. Okay, generator on. So, flaps. We want 8. Tram set. Light controls are good. Avionics we'll set up later. Doors, people are boarded. Left engine start. Run. Start. Brakes, instruments, CAS, lights. That's not really everything, but we'll get the rest set up. Engine 2 generator on. Get our taxi lights on. Okay, CAS is good. Engines are running. We want to at least try to grab the flight plan. That's probably good enough for getting started. Can also enter it ourselves here if we need to. Okay, we want to get our synthetic vision on. We want to get our initial climb altitude set. Let's try 35. They have not fixed the FMS speeds. This should be 170 to start with. Or higher. Let's actually go 160 to start with. We'll get auto throttle on in a minute. And our initial runway heading. We're doing O2 right, so, whoops. O2 right will be something like 24. Okay, there's our heading 24. Okay, and it looks like we're gonna take off down here, so we have to taxi all the way down there. Get our clearance.
Clearance delivery. Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512 IFR to Zulu Golf Uniform Alpha. Ready to copy.
Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512 is cleared to Zulu Golf Uniform Alpha Airport via the UBRA 9er X-ray departure. Expect runway 2 right, maintain 1,000 feet. Departure frequency is 120.9er, squawk 0537.
Okay, so technically we should go to 1,000 feet first.
Cleared to Zulu Golf Uniform Alpha via the UBRA 9er X-ray departure. Runway 2 right, maintain 1,000 feet departure frequency is 120.9er, squawk 0537. Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512.
Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512. Readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.75 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Captain, I'll brief you while Weiwei is running a check. We're in charge of Xin today. Chinese woman of 32, having a hospital transfer arranged near no_result. Requires transplant post-operative follow-up. We're taking Sheen's daughter with us. Name's Dan. Please, Dan, come have a seat here.
She's still weak, so fly carefully, please.
Ground Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512 with Lima. Ready to taxi, IFR.
Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512. Taxi to and hold short of runway 2, right using taxiway, Echo 9er, Echo Echo 1. Contact tower on 12.0 and ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 2, right using taxiway Echo 9er, Echo Echo 1. Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512.
Hey there. Okay, just go back that way. Take a shortcut here. I don't know, I'm tempted to skip to takeoff, but kinda don't want to. So I'm testing a medevac career mission. Screw it, I'm just gonna cut across here. Okay. They were not interested in our silly little sim game. Oh, where is this taking us? One thing that supposedly, I didn't see it in the release notes, but let's see if SimRate is working. Hey, it's back. What's funny is I was arguing that SimRate should be taken out of Chrome. But I also said only after they fix the skip options. If skip to everything worked properly, I think I would be okay with not having SimRate. So now I wonder why this is having us go over there and taxi down the runway. That seems somewhat wrong, doesn't it? Or is that the parallel taxiway, maybe? Let's assume that they know what they're doing, and we'll go this way. Yeah, okay, that's the runway over there. It's harder to steer at SimBrief, whatever we're at here. So this is 12 knots right now. Oh. Too slow. My throttle is not fine enough. Just everything costs so much. Alright, here we go, finally. We're going 18 knots right now in real time. Okay, that was a little too soon. Great sympathy for pilots that have to do these long taxiways in real life. All right, now we get our takeoff clearance.
Tower, Dark Star, Mike Echo Delta 7512, ready for IFR departure runway 2 right. Dark Star, Mike Echo Delta 7512, QNH 102 cleared for takeoff runway 2 right.
Okay, before we get very far, let's go to here and change to QNH to HPAs 1023. We need to acknowledge that.
Dark Star,
oh, come on!
7512, please acknowledge. Cleared for takeoff runway 2 right. Dark Star, Mike Echo Delta 7512.
Boarded and ready for departure.
What?
We hope she hasn't something worse, as her condition was pretty serious when we arrived.
Altitude's at 1,000. We will get the auto throttle set in a minute. We want to get 160 dialed in. That's the speed. start here. Auto throttle is armed. We want to go FLC mode. So make sure we're on runway heading initially. We're already at 2,000 feet.
Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512 contact Chengdu Center on 120.9er. Good day.
I don't know what this thing is doing.
120.9er. Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512. Chengdu Center, Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512 is passing 2,900 feet, descending 1,000 feet.
Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512, Chengdu Center, QNH 102 tree, radar contact, continue to UU 412.
Altitude change requested by ATC. Let's reach the new cruise altitude so the medical team can begin the examination.
Cruise altitude?
Descend and maintain 2,500 feet. Dark Star Mike
Barely
Echo
off
Delta 7512.
Ground?
Altitude change requested by ATC. Let's reach the new cruise altitude
Climb
so the
and
medical
maintain
team can begin the
6,500
examination.
feet. Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512.
Okay. Okay, auto throttle off. You suck. Changed our speed is the problem. I'm in manual mode and it changed my speed. Now I have the problem of not anything dialed in here right. Okay, now we are in nav mode. Pick up the FMS here. Wish they would fix this bank angle thing.
Cruising, Doctor, you okay?
Affirmative. Please fly as steady as possible. Wait, can you run some tests on the patient?
Okay, I'm gonna go out of nav mode because I don't want it to swerve right here.
Captain, we have complications back here. We need reroute to the nearest hospital, please. Her condition's critical.
Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512, Roger Pan Pan.
So we have to reroute. reroute. That's interesting. See if we can do auto throttle now. So did I miss something? So the problem of this is broken. We have to do, well, sometimes I just can't use it at all, but sometimes I can wiggle things and get it to go. I missed what they said. Pan is like declaring a semi-emergency. So I guess we're waiting on an update here. It changed the speed on me again, you piece of junk. What the heck? Oh, this thing is so broken sometimes. Supposed to do here? Tempted to just climb. I wonder if I skip to descent now, what would happen? Aside from the plane going insane and breaking everything? Are we supposed to fly to our destination airport?
Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512. You are 1,300 feet above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain 6,500 feet QNH 1024.
Descend and maintain 6,500 feet. Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512. Chengdu Center, Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512. Request 11,000 feet.
What?
Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512. Climb and maintain 11,000 feet.
Climb and maintain 11,000 feet. Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512.
Okay, we're above 10,000 now, so we can speed up.
Approaching due center. Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512. Request flight level 210.
Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512. Climb and maintain flight level 210.
Climb and maintain flight level 210. Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512.
Says we're supposed to go to Arab, so let's go direct to that. This plane is so wobbly and weird. I guess it could be the wind. It just feels weird. So we'll get to here and request another 10,000, and then it'll probably bug out and break. Oh, the other thing I forgot in all the fuel planning, excuse me, is that the BC-24 currently consumes double the fuel that it should. So I usually just add fuel to compensate. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we should test if that works. Feels kind of weird flying in this career mode that's beta isolated and not going to reflect in our real career mode. And it's like, okay for testing, but I don't want to do much, you know. I understand in some circumstances you would want to split them, but you need to get regular career mode working first so people don't have to try to be on the latest beta to get something that's working for you. They're not doing a great job at fixing some of the big issues, in my opinion. Oh, one thing these planes do have now is the VSD. So you can turn on VSD here. You can see your, well, not seeing much, but it's supposed to be your vertical land profile because it's pretty flat here. Top of climb, and I'll set switch to standard barometer, flight level barometer.
Chengdu Center, Dark Star, Mike Echo Delta 7512. Request flight level tree 10.
Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512. Climb and maintain flight level tree 10.
Flight level 310.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 10. Dark Star, Mike Echo Delta 7512.
Okay, so altitude up to 310 now. Flight level change. 310. Yeah, of course this pressure stuff isn't working. Pressurization. I always forget that this plane does not have reverse thrust. I think sometimes I have a trigger that triggers the spoiler and thrust reversers, and I'll trigger it and then push the throttle all the way forward because it's supposed to give max reverse thrust. Makes it harder to stop this plane. I suspect one reason it doesn't have thrust reversers is because it's also designed to land on dirt runways. You might not want to deploy those on dirt runways. How we doing? I'm a little surprised they still haven't synchronized the game airport database with their offline flight planner. Should we just cruise at 31,000? Probably. Right now our ground speed is 430 32 knots with a 59 knot tailwind. 60 knot tailwind. However, we have a 34 knot crosswind, which causes correction losses. I think in rockets they call them cosine losses. I'm not sure what they call them in airplanes. $59,000. Even stronger tailwind. This almost doesn't look like it's working, to be honest. I tried it in the PC-12 and it was working. $73 knot tailwind. Shave off some time. And since we're turning this way, we're losing some of our crosswind too. And then here we're coming up on 31,000. Gear. $80 knot crosswind right now. I mean tailwind. I don't know what this is supposed to do. It's on auto, but it never really comes on. But if you click it to manual and then back to auto, it'll say it's on. Doesn't seem quite right. Shave off some of our fuel usage. I really should be jotting all these buttons down. remember even what all they were now. Charts was working too. No charts here. No, I guess no charts. That's for the airport we left. It doesn't have the little zoom in out thing. Something like that. Nice. I wonder if they could kind of automatically generate a chart for these little airports that they don't have in the database. Maybe not a chart, but like, you know, different frequencies available at that airport. I guess a lot of them don't even have any. Like I think even if we look here, yeah, none. Even though it has an almost 10,000 foot runway, it seems kind of surprising to me. No weather data either. It's just a common problem. And the codes are wrong. Alright, well SimRate is back, so let's try it. It's a little bumpy. The throttle especially will push you over if you're not careful. Back off a bit. Ground speed of 510 knots. Bouncing around a little. That is our next waypoint. We didn't miss a communication meeting. I think it's bugged. I bet we end up not getting credit for the final landing. I'm tempted to descent to see if they fix the nose whale problem. Find anything about this ESD.
Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 751 to contact Wuhan Center on 118.9er. Good day.
118.9er for Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512. Center, Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512, flight level tree 10.
Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512, Wuhan Center, radar contact. Continue to Echo November Hotel.
There's got to be some kind of record here for me. Okay, so we need to pick our arrival approach here. That will give us TE and runway, top of descent. I couldn't think. Seeing much on the ESD though. I can't tell that these do anything. This switches between an M and an A. This is FPL, which I assume is flight plan and track. But I don't see anything changing on the display. Supposed to be the vertical terrain profile. Maybe something will show up as we descend. Okay, but now we can see our, we've only got 30 minutes to go here. High sim rate should be pretty high. So saying fuel remaining 3,000 pounds. But it's ticking down because it's very inaccurate. Oh, just tick back up. It is possible that they fixed this issue. So we're about an hour in and we've burned 2,000 pounds of fuel. That's already more than it estimated for the whole trip. 1793 was the original required fuel. Fuel remaining should be pretty constant because we're not changing the speed, but you can see it tick down. Like this says we should have 4 hours of fuel left, but by the time we get there, it'll be at best 3 hours. Payload with max fuel, 950 pounds, 15 pounds. Max payload, 2,500 pounds. We don't want to go very far. Minutes to this waypoint, and it doesn't tell you when your top descent is, but somewhere around there. Somewhere between 16 and 20. So your annual fixed costs are estimated to be $500,000 a year. This is on top of the price of the airplane. Hourly operational cost, $2,255. Variable cost estimated at $680,000. Total operating cost of about $1.2 million per year. Sim rate are we at here? Sim is up 3. Somewhere right in here would be top of descent. Let's see where fuel is. There we go. 5,965 pounds of fuel. Or 2,705 kilos, I think we're fair. The game has it at 5,928 instead of 5,965. Hey, we're seeing waypoints on here. So how can I change the scale of that thing? Changing this scale. It's kind of what I expected. That changes the scale. There we go. That's good to know. It's our we've only gone like 10 minutes and it's already down to saying like, well, now it's saying 4 hours. Okay, make a liar out of me. We didn't like start descending or something, did we? I was gonna say we still should be a ways from that. Set up for descent though. Vertical track armed, I think. Or alert or something like that. This pops up when it's time to do your vertical track stuff. So we lowered our altitude, we got VNAV enabled. I think we should take alt off, although I don't think, I don't know. I don't think that works quite right. We'll do that. I'll leave it on because I know it works. Glad to know that this zoom changes that too. That's 4x there. Oh my goodness. That's normal time. It's 2 up, 3 up. As I approach top of this, and I like to slow the plane down just a little bit. We're already a little bit slower, but if you're right up against your limit and you start descending, then it'll get overspeed. Crank this down one more notch, 0.69. Should be safe. You can, of course, also use your speed brakes if you want. You can also push your speed back up. Now, if we actually start descending here, these guys are going to start yelling at us. I don't think I care. The auto throttle needs time to back off a little. And go back up. And of course this speed limit is going to slide up our speed tape as we descend. You can kind of chase it. The one thing I do when I'm up at 45,000 feet and I start descending is I'll lock it in about 245 knots, so that I'm below 250 knots and don't have to worry about it when I hit the pin. But that's not realistic.
Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512. You are 4,000.
You know what I probably
Climb and maintain flight level 310. Darkstar Mike Echo Delta 7512.
You can do the same thing we did on the way up, back down. Oh shoot. That won't let us request. Oh, that made it better. You really should be able to request ready for descent. up. I'm watching chat. Is anyone there? Nope, nobody's there. Wow, I'm looking at the stats on this, and the landing distance is already short, 2,410 feet. And that's apparently over a 50-foot obstacle at your max landing weight, but also ISA sea level dry paved runway, of course. But still, that's like super impressive. You didn't have a 50-foot obstacle, and you're a little lighter.
Star Mike Echo Delta 7512. Climb and maintain flight level tree 10.
You definitely wouldn't need that. I know, I'd stop it much shorter than that. Hey, I accepted your instructions. What's going on?
Climb and maintain flight level tree 10. Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512.
Eventually they'll stop pestering you. Weather's going to be here. Looks like the rain's all up to the south now. Did they make this look better? I feel like this is different than it used to be. Well, it's looking a little weird now.
Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512.
Wuhan Center, Dark Star Mike Echo
In
Delta
a cloud,
7512.
Cancel
IFR at this time.
Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Well, not 700. Okay. Okay, we're coming down to 10,000, so we want to get our landing lights on. And we want to slow way down. Like 245. Let's go 240. did you do that? You're gonna make me get overspeeded, dude. I'm gonna go down a little further so it doesn't over auto throttle again. We're at normal time, right? Come off standard barometer, and we can pick up the local barometric pressure. I love flying down into the clouds and stuff. So because we're on a visual approach, we don't really have any altitude restrictions until we hit the ground. Definitely not VFR though. Think about in here we want to start slowing down and getting ready for this. What will be in this plane is a fairly short final here. But with the speed brake and getting flaps out and everything, you can stop this thing real quick. One thing we also want to do here is we want to select this runway point and do cross and say altitude. Okay, click from here. Altitude at, and then apply. That way it will fly us down to the runway and not just to this point. Well, it won't exactly fly you down to the runway, but it's usually pretty close. Keep an eye on it. Alright, so let's crank our speed back. Let's do about 120. And at 200 we can start getting our laps down. And again, if we feel like we're getting too close here, we're not slowing down enough, we can bring out the speed brakes a little bit. Okay, laps 1, speed brakes off. 2, 180, can get the gear down. Make sure those lock. Full flaps. You see that's a huge amount of drag. Hey, the auto throttle didn't let us stall before it started throttling up a little bit. Now, because this is visual, and we're forced it to fly us down to the runway, there is no approach. You cannot enable approach mode in this plane. Even though other planes will let you do that, this one will not. Okay, now that we're nice and stable, let's crank us back to about 115, and that'll be our approach speed. You want to kind of, especially with the auto throttle in this thing, you want to ease back with that approach speed, you know. Otherwise, it'll drop you way too low. Bit of a crosswind right now. We're going to be turning into it, so it should be okay. It also tends to lessen as you get closer to the ground. And it is flat here. There's like nothing on there. I think I'm not where I thought I was. Okay. This is actually, I forget that these aren't synced. This waypoint is going to be a little further out than I thought. We could have waited a little bit to start slowing down, or even not used our speed brakes. We're getting there. We can change our speed distance to speed distance times.
Stall.
What? The stall indicator in this thing is way off. This plane doesn't stall until it's like 85. But if it is windy, you can always, and you want to add a little bit more speed.
Beginning our descent, Sheen. You'll be at the hospital before you know it.
Okay, there's our runway over here. some terrain coming in. It's clearly very flat, so there won't be any problem. Good. It's dying down. Turning into our crosswind. Plot here? I think it did. Let's go ahead and just fly this down ourselves so we're above what it thinks is the glide path. I don't know. I don't know why it went so far below us.
Zulu Golf Uniform Alpha traffic, Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512 is on final, runway 04 to land.
Patient okay for landing, but be quick and smooth. Serious there.
We'll be landing soon, Dan. Time to buckle up.
I've not flown these since the new thing. Normally it would have kept gliding down all the way to the runway there. I'm not sure why it didn't. I wonder if I get on autopilot here. No. I feel like we're getting too low though. I know it says we're on the glide path. I'm gonna try to ride just below it a little bit.
Zulu Golf Uniform Alpha traffic, Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512, 3 miles southwest, 600 feet, inbound to land, runway 04.
Trim the trees there. The runway. I'm gonna pause. I've had issues before landing on runways that are loading. Because I got that low bandwidth warning, I'm worried it's gonna cause a problem. So I want to just let it load in. See how blurry it is. There's some of it. But if that's loading in right underneath where you're going, can crash your plane. Okay, that looks pretty good. See if we can avoid killing our patient here. A nice gentle touchdown. Trying to stay on the center line. I'm gonna miss that taxiway. Maybe.
We just landed Sheen.
Oh, I think I can just make it. Flaps up. love the box driving around.
Zulu Golf Uniform Alpha traffic, Dark Star Mike Echo Delta 7512 is taxiing to parking.
There's a big airliner here, but no power. Okay. I don't know why when you're just using a very little amount of throttle, it's like no takeoff, no takeoff. Dude, I'm barely moving. Alright, we can get taxi lights on now, landing lights off. Bandwidth is low.
Thanks, Captain. You did a great job managing the situation. Sheen will be treated at error. No reroute airport is hospital and all's well that ends well.
At error. No reroute airport. Yeah, that's true. We did not get a reroute airport. Okay, parking brake set, speed brake is retracted, flaps are up, landing and taxi lights are off, engine master switches off, passenger signs off, oxygen off, generators off, battery switches off. What, no movie of them unloading the patient and rushing them off to the error, no reroute hospital? I think I'm gonna go. Sad not to see certain people today. My quote-unquote regulars. Might be on later. Tis the weekend. Well, it is slow, but stream says excellent condition, so I don't think it's my internet's. Wow, good on that. Okay. I thought I did pretty good, but... Dang it. I did do that. I wish it would tell you how you did on each thing. Like, as you go, you should be able to see that like real time. I guess it does list the important one here. Or, I mean, I've seen it list several. Should give you more detail on landing smoothness too. I should do some testing. See if it's touchdown speed or center line or like what all factors maybe seem to matter. Yeah, well, fix your servers. Maybe it won't be slow. All right, well, I'm gonna head out at least for a while here, get some food.